Hello, I'm Kathy Unruh. Welcome to First Look at Tampa's redevelopment. Today, we'll visit historic Ybor City for a glimpse of its people, places, and events. We'll also take a look at the redevelopment occurring along the East Hillsborough Avenue commercial corridor in East Tampa. Welcome to Ybor City, Tampa's National Historic Landmark District, located just 2 miles northeast of downtown. Since 1885, Ybor City has stood for originality and cultural heritage. Its novel characteristics set it apart as a popular entertainment and tourist destination. It offers an eclectic and exciting place to live, work, play, and visit. The tradition began when Ybor City emerged as a booming cigar town in the late 1800s and became known as the cigar capital of the world. When the cigar industry began to decline in the early 1900s, Ybor's economy followed suit. The urban renewal program of the 60s and 70s only added to the area's woes. In the 80s, artists began investing in the area, bringing signs of hope and revitalization. The city of Tampa established the first Ybor City CRA in 1988. In 2004, a second CRA was established to spark redevelopment in the surrounding neighborhoods. Today, Ybor City has developed as a mixed-use district, offering a refreshing blend of lifestyle amenities that appeal to varied interests. It is a mecca of historic architecture, entertainment, retail shopping, restaurants, and art. Ybor City also hosts many special events each year that contribute to the culture and heritage of Tampa. Undoubtedly, Ybor City is one of the most interesting and friendliest places you'll want to visit. We'll begin our tour of Ybor City with Ybor City Ambassador Bob Alorda. We are on 7th Avenue in front of a statue of the founder of Ybor City, and I'm with Ybor City Ambassador Bob Alorda.
How you doing, Kathy?
Good. How you, Bob? Show us what you got in your hand there. That is the very emblem of Ybor City, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us why.
Well, that's how the city of Ybor City got known, because it became the capital of the cigars throughout the world. At one time, we had 256 cigar factories. And in the 256 cigar factories, the average employment was 275 people. That's how Tampa grew.
And you are now employed as an Ybor City ambassador. What's an ambassador do?
A little bit of everything, but actually we're the eyes and ears of Ybor City. We walk, we talk to people, greet them here, listen to the merchants, whatever their problems are, then we relate them back to the YCDC so things can be handled.
How many ambassadors are there?
There's 4 of us.
And you work full-time?
I work full-time, the other 3 work part-time.
So suppose I'm a visitor in Ybor City, how do I find an ambassador, or how do you find me?
Just like you found me this morning, walking around looking. We're all dressed the same. We've got the straw hats, the blue ayavera, khaki pants. We're up and down 7th Avenue, 8th Avenue, and on the side streets where there are businesses.
You said the blue. Explain the shirt that you're wearing also.
The shirt is a guayabera. This is traditional Cuban style or Spanish or Hispanic. Back in Cuba, a person or a man, when he went out in the evenings, he did not have to wear a jacket or a tie. He would have a white guayabera, long sleeve, and that was considered the dress.
Now, when you show someone around Ybor City, what are the highlights? What do you show?
Depending on what the people want. They want to see restaurants, they want to see bars, do they want to see the architect, do they want to see the historic sites? I take them wherever they want to go.
Historic sites besides the statue here.
Then we got the district where the Jose Martin Memorial Park is at, the first fire station, the cigar factory, the first hotel ever built, which is a sister hotel to the one in Cuba. You got the Cuban Club, and you got the first hospital, which is Bien Público or Gonzalez Clinic.
And let's just say I come to Ybor City and I don't know anything about it. What's one of the first places I should go to?
Well, one of the first places, really and truly, will probably be the Information Center. They do have a 7-minute film there that really tells you everything there is to know. Not everything, but helps you know something about Ybor City. And as you walk, you can visualize, oh, I saw that on the film, and there it is.
Why don't you grab that cigar and we'll go take a look.
Thank you, ma'am.
We're on 8th Avenue now.
Yes, ma'am. This is where the information center is located. It's on 8th Avenue between 15th and Central Ybor. This is the location.
Okay, and if you want to find it, you just follow the blue signs,
Yes.
right?
And let me please put my cigar away in my little spot.
Okay. I'm with Rose Barbie, who's the manager of the Visitor Information Center. Hi, Rose. You were telling me that you see about 2,000 visitors per month here?
Yes, we welcome over 2,000 visitors each month, come from all over the world.
How do they find you?
Well, we have signs that lead them to us, and they come in here, and they usually come with two questions. They want to know, how do you pronounce the name? And we tell them it's Mr. Ybor's name. And the second question is, well, now that we're here, what do we see? What do we do?
And what do you tell them to see and do?
Well, we offer them a brochure. This has a map and guide in it, and we point out the places of interest that they should see. We tell them all about the wonderful sights and sounds and flavors and history of Ybor. We point out that we like to say, the world's largest cigar box here. And we also have a short film video on the history of Ybor that we suggest they see, and that gives them a better sense of the area as they're walking around.
So if I come in and I say I have time to do 5 things in Ybor, where are you going to send me?
I send you to the Ybor State Museum. I tell you to walk down 7th Avenue. It was just named one of the top 10 streets in America. We tell you about all the wonderful restaurants we have here, and we also have a table with menus on it and help you choose a restaurant that you would like to eat at. We send you to the historic social clubs, the Italian Club, the Cuban Club, the Centro Studiano. We send you to Jose Marti Park.
What are your hours of operation? Are you open every day?
We're open every day from 10 to 6 on Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 6 on Sunday.
Now, if I were here on Saturday, there's something in particular you'd tell me to go visit, yes?
Yes. Every Saturday in Centennial Park, we have the Ybor Saturday Market. Wonderful fruits and vegetables. I like to go there myself to shop. And that happens every Saturday.
Maybe we'll go check it out. Lynn Schultz is market manager at Centennial Park. How long has Saturday morning market been going on?
We're actually celebrating 9 years in April this month. We are a millennium business and proud to be celebrating 10 years next year. So we've been in existence in Centennial Park, the corner of 8th Avenue and 19th Street. We've recently grown tremendously in the last few years.
Yes, you started as a vendor yourself 8 years ago?
Yes, I did.
So tell me, how many vendors and what do you have there now?
Actually, when I started, there was only about 15 to 20 vendors, and that was back in the year 2003, do my math there. And now we've grown to over 60 vendors during season. We average between 60 and 65, maybe sometimes 70 vendors, depending on what's going on in the park that day.
What kind of products will we find there?
We have everything from fresh baked breads to produce, gourmet foods. The produce is all hand-selected, 150 variety of items from a family-run business that they set up every single Saturday.
And what kind of visitors do you see come through?
We see a wide variety, a lot of local people from the Tampa Bay area, usually within about a 50-mile radius. And recently, with the growth of Ybor City and the residential community, we're seeing a lot of local residents from Ybor City who just walk their dogs, ride their bikes, and also cruise ship traffic. They're taking the Tico Line streetcar system into Ybor City when they're laying over at the cruise ship and shop at the market as well and visit Ybor City.
And there's a lot of special events in Ybor, of course.
Yes.
Do you work with Ybor when there are special events?
Yes, we actually are very involved in any special event going on in Ybor City, especially if it has an impact on Centennial Park and the Ybor City Saturday Market. Events such as Fiesta Day, we are part of that because we've created our own venue to partner with those type of events. Flan Fest is what we do to partner with Fiesta Day. And we also hold several of our own events like Pause in Ybor, bring your dog to the park and shop and have a great time. And we also have many Hispanic events throughout the year too that we host.
And there have been improvements recently to Centennial Park.
Yes.
Is that affecting you at the market?
It's been great. We've actually been able to utilize the park more effectively with the stage that's been put in. We do now have permanent entertainment live on stage every single Saturday, which in turn draws more people to the market and Ybor City as a whole because of the good noise.
And the hours of the market are?
We are there every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Those are our season hours. Our summer hours will change over in May and will be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and that runs May through September.
And this is rain or shine all year long?
Rain or shine, every single Saturday, free parking, free admission. Bring the whole family, have a picnic. We have food vendors who prepare food on site too, so you can literally buy your food and have a picnic there in the park. And of course, all the restaurants in Ybor City you can take advantage of for lunch too.
Welcome to East Tampa, which is located immediately north of Ybor City. Redevelopment of this 7.5 square mile area is continuing at a steady pace, and the quality of life continues to improve for the neighborhood's residents and businesses. Today, we'll explore some of the new developments along East Hillsborough Avenue, which traverses East Tampa from I-275 to North 56th Street. Hillsborough Avenue is one of the city's busiest east-west corridors. Long-standing institutions include Irwin Vocational Tech and Leary Vocational Center. Since the creation of the East Tampa CRA in 2004, a number of private investments have occurred along the corridor. These include Meridian Point and Park Terrace Apartments, Dunkin' Donuts, and Baskin Robbins. Others are Ross Clothing, Didi's Fashions, B&D Neighborhood Grocery, and the Chloe Coney Urban Enterprise Center. Investments such as these are making a positive impact on the surrounding neighborhood as they stimulate redevelopment along collector streets. Examples include Fast Lane Clothing and Quiznos Shop and Retail Center on North 22nd Street, along with Brandywine Apartments on North 40th Street. We begin our tour at the East Tampa Wholesale Produce Market. Stacy Carino is the owner of the market. How large is the market? How many vendors?
We have about 150 vendors.
And how long have you been here?
25 years. I've been working here about 22.
So how have you seen it grow over that time?
We started very small, only with about 8 vendors, and we've moved up to the size that we are today.
Are you maxed out now with 150, or is there room for more?
We have room for a little bit more.
And you just opened this fish store that we're in. This is new.
Yes.
So what do you see as the future?
Well, we've also brought in fresh plants. Hopefully we'll keep getting more people and carry just about everything.
And is most of your merchandise grown locally or a lot of it imported?
Both. Most of it is brought in locally, but it is imported also from just about everywhere in the United States and worldwide.
And who are your customers? Primarily restaurants or businesses, other wholesalers?
Everybody. We have local, everyday people. We have restaurants, grocery stores, delivery services.
And you're open when?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there are customers in all of those time periods?
Yes.
Is that because restaurants need to come in the middle of the night to get ready for the next day?
Yes.
Or? And so for people who are watching this and say, that looks really interesting, I'd like to go check it out, you can come just a single person and buy produce as well?
Yep, we're open to the public.
So if you are awake at midnight and you're hungry, come on down and get a snack, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Stacey.
You're welcome.
We're with Henry Jonah of Gonzalez Produce, and you have some really interesting things from Guatemala, yes?
Yes,
Some things I've never seen before. Bitter melon.
Yes, bitter melon. It's the same like Chinese bitter melon, but it's more tasty.
And you saute it and eat it?
Right.
And
yeah.
cactus.
And cactus is coming from Mexico, but a lot of Spanish people is the one using that kind of product.
So who do you sell your produce to?
Normally, a lot of customer over here is a market, like Protestant, something like that, beside the road. And then big market, wholesale, you know.
So people who run small produce stands.
Right,
and also people who take it to larger markets.
Yes, and we do have a lot of restaurant customers too. They come over and pick up over here by themselves.
And what made you decide to sell here, to use this as your location?
This place area over here is very convenient for everyone So some people they own the company and they own the restaurant. They don't want to go to the big market because they said the service is so slow. That's the reason why they come over here and quick, just pick and buy and quick go, something like that.
All right, well, thank you. I'd like to go home and try some of this.
Oh, yes, that's good, yeah.
Thanks, Henry.
Thank you very much.
This is the San Juan International Market, and Tony Long is the owner. And tell us what San Juan means.
San Juan means three harmony or new prosperity.
Harmony and prosperity,
Right.
basically. How long have you been here?
I've been here 11 years.
And you serve people who are looking for foods from all over the world.
Yes,
Where does your food come from?
all over the world. All over the United States, we have a lot of imports, a lot of locally grown, a lot from other part of the country here.
But when we say all over the world, tell us some of the primary places.
From Central America, from East Asia, from Middle East, and from Canada. It's another foreign country.
That's right, that's right. And your customers are who?
We have a very diverse customer base from one continent, from East Asia, Middle East, Europe, Caribbean, Central America. So all kind of different ethnic backgrounds.
Oh, but they're living in the area now,
They
but
live in
from
the
those
areas, yeah.
backgrounds.
But
And
this part of the town is very diverse.
yes, and some are shopping for their restaurants and their businesses, and some are shopping for their homes, yes?
Right. We have small amount of consumer coming in now, but our primary customers still restaurant, wholesaler, and small retailers.
And even though you have things in huge quantities in bulk, you said you can come in and narrow those sizes down for you. To suit your
Right.
home.
But we will not sell you one apple, but you can buy a package, maybe 6, 8 apples at a time.
An advantage to shopping wholesale, obviously, is cost. You can get food cheaper here.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give us an idea of how much cheaper than your grocery store?
Probably, well, you buy retail. This is a wholesale. Anywhere between 150 to 400% saving.
400% saving?
That's right.
Do you have favorite things in the store?
My favorite things, this department, produce department. I'm a farmer myself, so I love produce.
Because there's so many different things that I've never heard of. Probably that's true for everyone, yes?
Yes.
And what are your hours?
We open 3 o'clock in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Saturday.
So you can come do your home grocery shopping at 3:30 in the morning if that suits your schedule.
That's right. When you can't sleep and nothing else to do, come to San Juan.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Alberto Maria owns the Augusta restaurant in Tampa, and you shop here because you say there are things here that you can't get anywhere else.
Yes, definitely. Sometimes I come twice a week because they have unique products that I cannot find anywhere except here,
Such as what?
such as chiles, Mexican spices. So this is a store that they have the fresh products that I need because I use everything fresh for the restaurant and no one else has it. So
No
I
one
have
else
to
in
come.
the area?
No, it's hard to find. Sometimes the Mexican stores they have, but not always. So for sure I have to come here and get it.
And you said it depends how busy you are, how often you come here.
Yes, sometimes I come 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, depending how busy I am at the restaurant.
So it's actually true that if not for this, your restaurant, you would not get a lot of the goods that you need.
Well, it will be a really hard time to find, and maybe some ingredients will not be possible to find anywhere, so maybe I have to order from somewhere else, so another state maybe, because still I consider in Tampa we're missing a lot of this, some of the ingredients that is needed for the ethnic cuisine, and it's hard to find it. So this one a perfect store for me to get things what is not possible to find in another place.
Well, thank you and happy shopping.
Thank you.
Tony Watts is CEO of the Chloe Coney Urban Enterprise Center. What is an Urban Enterprise Center?
Well, the Urban Enterprise Center is a catalyst for economic development in East Tampa. We provide activities in here that are related to economic development and helping people to become self-sustaining. Job creation, we have a workforce development center in here. Home ownership for first-time home buyers. We help people to get their credit together, budget counseling, and we also provide foreclosure prevention in this economy.
So for the business person, if you want to start a new business, you come here to get advice on how to do it?
Yes, you can come here and you can find out how to start a new business. We also have a virtual business incubator inside where a small business owner, if they don't have a storefront, they can utilize a fax machine, they can utilize the telephone, they can utilize the computers, and to do some of the work that they need to do.
Do you help them with the financial end also?
Well, we don't do that anymore. We used to make small business loans, but we don't do that anymore. We'll make referrals to people that can help them to do that. We'll also help them to research some of the things that might be able to be of assistance with them. We have a strong working relationship with the Small Business Development Center, so we'll make referrals to them. Also BBIC and some others.
And why is this needed in East Tampa?
It's needed because there's a lot of economic development that's going on, and so it helps to make the connection to the community residents, to let them know what types of activities are happening here, what things that they can be involved in. For small businesses, it'll help them to get stable and stay here in this community, to create jobs and build wealth in the community. For the residents, it helps them to know who's coming to the area, what types of jobs are available, and what types of opportunities they may be able to benefit from.
And how are you funded?
Well, we're funded through a lot of different avenues. We're funded through federal and state and local governments. We're funded through community foundations, individual contributions, just through a lot of different avenues.
But no charge to the folks who you help?
No charge to the people that we help. The CDC was formed out of a need for community residents in early 1992, and we've always been a catalyst for economic development. We moved to Hillsborough Avenue in 1999 to start a one-stop center, and we've been here ever since. And we advocate for a lot of economic development. Most recently, we were advocating to keep Hillsborough Avenue as a commercial corridor, helping to bring Fifth Third Bank to East Tampa as well.
Robert Morea is with the Community Reinvestment Fund, and let's talk briefly what that is about before we get to where we are. Community Reinvestment Fund, explain.
Yes, it's a private equity fund made up of investors that are mainly banks and pension funds, and we bring them together, their capital together, to help them fulfill the Community Reinvestment Act of 1977.
So you target areas that are defined as underserved?
That's correct. What we could classify as CRA areas, Community Reinvestment Act qualified areas, mostly low to moderate income census tracts. Correct.
And we are at the Tampa Festival Center right now, and this has been described as the poster child for what you do. Why is that?
Well, it's again, it's in a qualified census tract, and it is a retail property. And the reason we like retail properties is that it provides employment for the area as well as goods and services for the area. So you could see from the tenants that it has that it benefits the community. And then the other thing we liked about this particular center is it was a little, not only it was undertaken care of, and what we came in and did was a lot of improvements, like we're going to do new painting, but we did redo the paving, and we did the trees, and a lot of things that benefit the community as well as the tenants.
And you can't name names right now, but you expect new merchants here as well.
Oh, we do. We bought it actually pretty well occupied. It was 90% occupied, and but we've already, because of the improvements we're making, we've already started talking to some of the tenants about expanding, and that'll hopefully be future news.
And another reason it's a poster child is because this is a very densely populated area with moderate income folks.
That's correct. These infill locations are always very densely populated, as you pointed out, and of course the demographics are such that usually the tenants that are here are critical services and goods to the community.
I'm going to translate a little bit of that speak. Infill, areas that are already developed.
That's correct. Very usually urban areas that are already developed that need some kind of redevelopment or rehabilitation. Yeah, this particular center is over 20 years old, and it's already been renovated once, but that renovation was almost 15 years ago. So it's time again to help the center.
Jim Paul is a senior VP with Fifth Third Bank, and Fifth Third is the first commercial bank to open a presence in East Tampa in 30 years. Why here, why now?
I think part of our expansion plan into the market this fit. We really have almost doubled our presence since we started about 4 years ago. And when you look at the different communities and what's going on, East Tampa fits our mode because of all the expansion, the growth, really the reinvestment into their communities, and that's what we're all about. So as we worked with some of the local organizations, the CDCs and so forth, really made it a welcoming reach out to us. And so it was a really good decision for us, knowing what kind of opportunities we have here in East Tampa.
Can you be a little more specific about what you see, what the bank sees as the opportunities?
Sure. There's a number of consumer and commercial projects that are going up, both that have already gone underway. You can see a lot of infrastructure money that's been poured into this area. You're seeing a lot of consumer rooftops, and retail is really what makes a financial institution for us succeed when we're looking at different markets to be in. You really want a nice mix of that, and you're seeing that starting to surge here. When we worked with the city and the mayor's office, the support that was around that and the information that they gave us to make a decision was really abundant, so that we could get really comfortable with making the decision here in East Tampa.
And when you say rooftops and retail, you mean homes
Absolutely.
as well as businesses.
Yeah.
So you expect to serve both of those clientele.
Absolutely. We're a full-service bank, from small business lending to mortgages, investment trust, the whole gamut, and that's how we set up our operations in every community to be able to serve from a full-service standpoint.
Kevin Bryant is the branch manager for this East Tampa branch. And Kevin, what do you do to tailor a branch to its community? Anything?
Well, being part of the community is very important. We will focus on major issues here. We will focus on small business, community involvement, and fulfilling the needs of our customers in the community as well.
Now, when you say you'll focus on that, how do you do it?
Well, first off, by interlinking with our business owners as business partners, not just as a banker, in the sense of fulfilling their needs, making sure that they're successful, as well as on the consumer side, when you're dealing with customer base, you want to focus on their relationship as far as home ownership, their savings, their future as well. And when we refer to community involvement, that's just reaching out to our community and reinvesting in our communities by being an active partner as well.
And how do you personally do that? Will you be in the branch? Will you be out and about?
I will be everywhere. East Tampa is dear to me. That is one of the main reasons that I'm here, because of East Tampa. And the success of East Tampa is most important to me.
Why?
Because I have seen the change. I have seen the improvement. We've had a lot of issues in East Tampa that we've overcome, and we will overcome many more.